Hello everyone, I'm very happy to be here and join with you in this workshop and present on the topic Internationalization of Talent Education at Wuhan University. But before I present on this topic, I would like to have a very brief introduction to Wuhan University. So where is Wuhan University exactly? As you can see from the map, it is located in central China, in Wuhan City, the capital city of Hubei province. Here I got some key sentences to help you have a general understanding of what is Wuhan University. It was founded in 1893, so it is one of the oldest universities in China. Wuhan University is widely regarded as the most beautiful campus in China. It is both famous for its natural scenery and cultural landscape. It is also one of the most distinguishing and comprehensive universities in China, with 6 faculties, including 36 schools and departments, covering 11 disciplines. It is the most internationalized university in central China. Through all these years, it has established partnership with about 400 universities and research institutions in more than 70 countries and regions. Now let's have a glance at Wuhan University. The picture on the left side is the administrative building where the international office locates. The picture on the right is an old library. These 2 buildings are the old Asian-style buildings in Wuhan University. They're all built in the early 1930s, so they are considered cultural relics. Since we are now in Japan, I have to mention that Wuhan University is also very famous for its cherry blossom. In March and April each year, Wuhan University receives about more than 50,000 tourists from different parts of the country each day. So now let's return back to the topic. At first, I would like to give you some background information to the topic. With the deepening of globalization and advent of knowledge economy, there's a trend in internationalization in higher education. Developed countries such as the United States, Japan, Singapore has taken the lead in global talent cultivation. Relying on the strengths in economy and technology, they have cultivated a large number of global talents through reform on curriculum and teaching method, and also system optimization. We have to admit that China lags behind in this regard. A famous consulting firm, McKinsey, showed in a report that less than 10% of graduates in China have grabbed the skills for working in international companies. However, Chinese government has recognized the importance of global talent cultivation in the National Mid- and Long-Term Reform and Development Plan 2010 to 2020. It clearly states the necessity to cultivate talents that are globally competitive. So as a key research university in China, what has Wuhan University done in the internationalization of talent education? At first, it has developed faculty and student exchange programs. It has signed cooperation agreements at university levels to send students and faculty members to the centers of the learning around the world to enrich their experience and also broaden their horizon. I got some figure here. In 2012, about 400 students have been sent to overseas through 60 programs, and that number for young scholars is 120. Wuhan University has also established international joint training programs. These programs aim to provide students with a study experience in another famous university and also to cultivate top students with global vision. Up to now, Wuhan University has developed over 30 joint training programs. These programs cover a wide range of study fields such as chemistry, medicine, remote sensing, economics. The picture on the left, on the right, is the first group of students who joined the Sino-German law program. These students, they studied at Wuhan University for the first 2 years. They studied law and German, and then they will continue their study in the University of Magdeburg in Germany for the last 2 years. These program students, after completing the program, have been admitted by prestigious universities for further study or recruited as staffs by well-known enterprises or research institutions. Recruiting excellent faculty overseas is also a very important step for Wuhan University to cultivate global talent. The statistics show that from 2010 to 2012, Wuhan University has recruited about 1,996 scholars and professors overseas, including Nobel Prize winners and the members of national academies. These faculties, many from developed countries, are engaged in long-term and short-term teaching, research collaboration, and also some of them take the position of school head. For example, in 2002, Wuhan University and Hope Foundation joined hands in establishing Hope Nursing School. They invited the Marcia Petrini, a famous expert in nursing from the United States, to become the dean of the school. And under her leadership, the school made a talent cultivation reform, and only after 3 years, the school has become one of the 2 nursing schools to award a doctorate degree in mainland China. Building platforms for joint scientific research, Wuhan University has set up 20 platforms as such in recent years with its partners. The major goal is to turn these platforms into basis for training high-level research talents. Here I only listed several examples. As you can see that they are all built on the basis of strengths in a specific field in both Wuhan University and its partner universities. The last measure is to promote international education jointly with some foreign universities. For example, Duke Kunshan University, co-established by Wuhan University, Duke University in the United States, and Kunshan City. After the project is completed in 2014, the university will offer a range of graduate degrees and undergraduate programs for both Chinese students and foreign students. The university will combine Duke's curriculum system and interdisciplinary education models together with Wuhan University's leading experts and facilities. The newly established Duke Kunshan University aims to cultivate globally sophisticated citizens and leaders. Even though Wuhan University the cultivation of global talents has been quite fruitful, there are still a number of problems remain to be solved. For example, only a small proportion of students have chance to enter these exchange programs. Each year, about 5% of the total number of students have chance to go abroad, and that proportion often reaches to 20% to 30% in European countries. And the current education system, there's a lack of enthusiasm among schools, departments, and professors because developing cooperation programs usually cannot bring huge financial benefits to them. And for students, going abroad may cost them a large sum of money, and they may miss a good job opportunity in China. Also, Wuhan University provided limited English-taught programs, which is closely linked with the lack of teachers who can actually teach in English. The international management level should also be raised at Wuhan University. The last problem is that lack of in-depth collaboration in international joint research institutions. The activity is often limited in certain areas, such as jointly hosting conferences and publishing theses, etc. Since we are now pretty much aware of the problems we are facing, it's time to put forward some measures and strategies to improve the practice in the global talent cultivation. The first is to strengthen the global vision. Renew education concept is to set up education policy from the international perspective, set up training programs for faculty so that they can learn from the advanced countries which are really strong in higher education. Wuhan University should also encourage students to think independently from a global perspective. The next step is to improve working capability of functional departments. Staffs should stay active in exploring ways for cooperation with universities overseas. They should not only coordinate effectively with colleges, schools, and professors, they should also mobilize them to build connections with them and keep in close contact with universities overseas. Building an internationalized faculty is also of great importance. There are two aspects. First is outgoing. More and more faculty members should be encouraged to go overseas to learn advanced knowledge and to be exposed to the latest science and technology. On the other hand, Wuhan University should bring more and more high level of faculty to enhance its education capacity. Course development should begin with the introducing of original textbook, and the next is to promote bilingual teachings to let students immerse in the English teaching environment. Courses with international content, such as international politics, intercultural communication, should also be offered to students. Exploring cooperation programs through multiple international channels is to set up programs in diverse forms at higher levels, which will surely bring benefits to more students in their development as global talents. For example, Wuhan University could build training bases overseas to send students there to sharpen their skills in communication, study, and research. Last but not least, improving facilities and environment should not be ignored. For example, the construction of facilities such as libraries, bilingual teaching classrooms, e-learning classes. Building international environment includes holding activities for Chinese students and foreign students to interact, to communicate, and to exchange views. So to sum up, in the next phase, facing the world and its future, Wuhan University will promote international education in a wider range of fields with even greater international cooperation and improve its education potential and international competitiveness, all towards accelerating the construction of a world-renowned university. So that's all for my presentation. Thank you very much and welcome you to Wuhan University. Thank you.